with all those pictures of Madonna naked. Remember that book? I was checking that shit out. Just then a friend of mine came through the door. Said she never paid me for a scumbag before. Said she didn't ever want to see me anymore. And I still don't know why. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm an alright guy. Just wanna live till I gotta die. No, I ain't perfect, but God knows I try. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm alright. I know I'm dirty, I know that I've smoked a little bit of dope in my time. Ain't like I went on TV and tore up a picture of the Pope like Sinead O'Connor did that time. I know I get wild, I know I get drunk. Ain't like I got a bunch of bodies in my trunk. Old man used to call me a no good punk, and I still don't know why. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm an alright guy. Just wanna live until I gotta die. No, I ain't perfect, but God knows I try. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm alright. Just the other night, you know, these cops pulled me over outside of a bar. They turned on the lights. They said, hey, old timer, I have to ask you to step out of the car. I was the only kid when I called them a couple of dicks. Still, they made me do the stupid human trick. And I'm stuck in this jail with a bunch of dumb hicks. And I still don't know why. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm an alright guy. Just wanna live till I gotta die. I know I ain't perfect, but God knows I try. I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm alright. Well, I think I'm an alright guy. I think I'm alright. Alright. I think I'm alright. Feels alright. Sometimes I feel like everything's going to be alright. Alright. Sometimes you get in these moments in our lives where we have to ask ourselves, is this gonna be alright? Seems like sometimes in our lives we have to ask ourselves, is this all gonna be alright? And you think it'd be nice, sometimes it'd be nice if you could have some good Samaritan just run up to you and say, you don't have to worry about this. This is going to be alright. Gonna be alright. Gonna be alright, alright. Is it alright? Is it alright if I tell you a little story? It might take a minute, but it's gonna help me make more sense of this song that I'm singing to you. It takes me back many years ago. Many years ago as a young man, I was living with this girl named Paige. We were standing in the stairway of our apartment. I had this epiphany about myself, and I said some things that I was never going to be able to unsay. Next thing I found myself on the highway with no girl and nowhere to live. I was thinking, I wish somebody come up and tell me things are gonna be all right. I had the music cranked up. I was rolling down that highway to either New York or Nashville. Didn't matter. I figured I'd end up someplace. I seen these two cars ahead of me on the road. They collided into each other. They collided into each other in a violent way. I pulled off to the side of the highway without even thinking about it, and I started running toward them two cars. And as I got about halfway towards them two cars, I started thinking to myself, Todd Snider, what the fuck are you gonna do for these people? Not a goddamn thing. Except for maybe see something that you'll never be able to unsee. But I heard sirens in the distance, friends and neighbors, and I'm a good Samaritan, and I could tell that somebody had already called the police. The very least I could do was go up to them people and say, hey, you don't gotta worry about this. It's gonna be all right. So I ran up to that first car. I ran up to that first car. There's a woman in that car. I said, are you all right? She said, yeah, I'm all right. She didn't completely look all right, but I could tell she wasn't injured badly, maybe just shaken up. And I could hear those police sirens in the distance, and I knew that somebody had already called them. And being a good Samaritan that I am, I felt good saying to that woman, you ain't gotta worry about this. It's gonna be all right. I ran over to that other car. I asked the woman in that car, I said, are you all right? She said, shit, no, I'm not all right. I looked her up and down. I didn't see nothing the matter with her. I said, what's the matter with you, baby? She reached down under the seat of her car and she pulled out a pillowcase-sized bag of marijuana and she handed it towards me. I said, she reached under her seat and she pulled out a pillowcase-sized bag of marijuana and she handed it towards me. And I could hear those sirens in the distance. You could tell that somebody had already called the police. I'm a good Samaritan. Inside my heart to look at that woman and say,